guys, it's Erica
and Jes.
Welcome back to
Twin
Aura
Knits.
Do
we have a show for you today?
So this was inspired
by a breakdown we were having.
Which is why the glitter tears, inspired by Euphoria. We're talking about
all of our makes from 2023. The good, the bad, the ugly, the unhinged. All of our actual thoughts.
I don't know if you're ready for it.
Viewer discretion is advised. I don't think we've ever had to have like a...
It's not going to be bad.
It might be.
No.
Are you going to censor yourself a little bit?
I will censor myself.
You don't have to.
I will do what I can. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to start off with your first one?
My first one. Do you want me... Okay, question.
Yeah. Answer.
Do you want the first one I technically finished, or do you want one that was made in January?
However you want to start.
Okay. 2023 knitting year started out with a bang.
Okay.
I test knitted the big wolf and rib.
Oh yeah.
And that was the worst. It was a test knit. I loved test knitting for Jessie May. This project broke me. I don't test knit anymore because of this. Well, I mean, I tried and I'm like, nope, can't do it.
Yeah.
So due to the pattern, it was a big chunky needle. I have a lovely knitting set of needles, the Chagu needles. And every time I tried, I had to cast on this project 4 times. Mm-hmm. It's still not the right size that I want it to be. It's shorter than I want it to be. When I lift up my arms, it comes all the way up.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh. I had to rip it out and start again 4 times. And I had to keep going and finish it for the deadline. Mm-hmm. And that was how my 2023 knitting year started. It was already a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I finished it technically January 22nd.
Okay, that wasn't horrible.
I did wear it to VKL.
You did, and it was super cute.
Sure is. It's adorable.
You're like, but I freaking hated it.
It doesn't fit the way I wanted it to.
Okay.
And I'm realizing that I don't like the way I should have knitted it 3 sizes bigger. Because it's like...
Is it a negative E sweater?
It's a negative E sweater. And I'm realizing I don't like negative E's on my body.
Me either.
I like so much ease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my number one was, I called up my magical Saldana because we're gonna...
I'm kidding. I love it. I have yarn to knit it.
We were supposed to knit it together.
Guess who did not? I still haven't knit it yet.
Erica. So I knit this in cake wool.
Yes, we love cake wool.
And we love cake wool. And I just wanted to knit things that make me happy. And I wanted to re-knit this pattern because this was actually one of my very first colorwork sweaters, was the Saldana by Caitlin Hunter. And this was before I knew anything about gauge or needle sizes or the fact that everybody's gauge is different. And there's a difference between tight knitters and
let's talk about for a second. Yeah, let's talk about for a second about how when we first started knitting, we had no idea that there was gauge or knitting size. I just thought you cast it on, you followed the pattern, you got the size you wanted.
Yeah. That was the biggest.
Aw, babies.
We were babies. So my Saldana, is like, it fits like a baby tee now. So I wanted to re-knit the pattern.
I think I'm going to do...
Now knowing...
What size did you do?
I have to look. I don't remember.
Okay. I want to knit it bigger.
I wanted to re-knit this in a bigger size knowing that I'm a tight knitter, going up a few needle sizes and making a few changes. So I ended up working with, I knit a size 2.
Good.
I think I went up a needle size or 2.
Just so you know, we're looking down because we have laptops.
We're literally looking through a Ravelry right now. And then I did make a modification, which I did make a note of, and to end the body of the sweater, I used the color chart rows 36 through 46 backwards, so the triangles are facing on top of the sweater.
Oh, that was a really cute thing that she did.
Oh, I love it. It's so freaking cute. Like, I love it so much. And I will be showing you photos
when we have photos. The next one I have is a Factory Girl.
Oh, yeah, because me too, my classic.
I call it Factory Girl because that was the yarn. So that was the Espace Tricot Classic Sweater.
Mm-hmm.
I did it in Fashion School Dropout yarn in the Factory Girl colorway. If you don't know who Factory Girl is, it is Edie Sedgwick. She was a superstar of the Warhol Factory. She even got a blonde wig, dyed her hair to match Andy's wig.
Mm-hmm.
Love her. Love this sweater. The sweater is supposed to be an abstract leopard print. It is my most worn sweater to date, ever. It fits oversized. It's a classic shape. If you don't have one in your wardrobe, you should knit it.
Yes, that is what I'm wearing because that's also my number 2.
I loved this project because it was mindless. I was dealing with a little bit of burnout from my Rhinebeck sweater of 2022, which I
continued that in 2023.
I continued that in 2023. I really tried to do really easy, mindless projects and ended up not doing that at all, which kind of killed knitting for me a little bit in the beginning of half of the year. This was hard for me, even though it was easy. It was hard not to see the progress I was used to seeing. Even though I would knit on it every day, I felt like I never got more than a row or 2 done.
Yeah. Like, for me, I don't know when I casted it on, but I finished it on February 3rd. Or maybe I casted it on February 3rd. No, I started it on January 14th and finished it in February 3rd.
I just guess at these dates.
Oh, I don't.
Mine says started January 25th and completed at February 25th.
Okay, that's not horrible.
I don't think that's right, though.
So I casted what everybody was casting on in February.
I have one of those too, and I don't have it on here.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
It was the Saturday Shrug by Jackie Rose from Caddy Jack's Knits, and everybody was knitting them, and I was like, well...
Oh, go ahead. I have a cute photo that I'll have Jessica insert.
Okay. I was working on it. So I casted on this project. I'm like, it's all coming back to me now. I casted on this project to work on the train to VKL. So... Which
was the intended goal. This is why this year I felt like so behind on everything. Because Jess and I were going to wear our classics to VKL. Did not finish in time. Thought I would cast on my shrug to do the same thing as Jess. Also, did not do that.
The struggle is real. But I love it. It's super cute. I used DK leftovers from other projects that I wanted to create a full project, and it was the perfect thing. I think I want to knit another one, but I think I want to hold like a DK weight and like mini singles together to create tomorrow and to create like a thicker fabric.
So Jessica finished hers, and I at that point had not
but
started.
You knit so much more than I did.
But I really didn't. I did test knit. I was so excited. I got test knit something. I was like, let me try this again. I'm gonna test knit this. And they wore the Lolita socks by Ching Fiber. And I was like, this was like a rule I decided for myself, which then I threw out the window. But
in 2024, we're not going to make any arbitrary rules for ourselves.
They were dumb. But it wasn't dumb. It was like a rule for a purpose. I would not test knit unless I had the yarn in stash.
Yeah.
So as you know, I have a lovely collection of sock yarn. so I was like, oh, I could do these. These are super cute. And because the Barbie movie was coming out, I did a Barbie themed Lolita sock.
I forgot. I really love that photo shoot too.
It was so fun. I love the Barbie sock pack with the shoes. We'll post that photo here. That was a fun project. I enjoy knitting socks. I will say this. I say it was a fun project, and then I think about it, and I'm like, was it fun? This was knit on DPNs.
Oh yeah, you hate
and
DPNs.
It's
Detest?
it's not enjoyable for me.
You hate them.
I do hate them. It's not enjoyable for me. I had a last minute panic. I had to go to the local yarn store that does not exist anymore. That folded in 2023. To get double points to do the sock. I think I tried to knit the body of it. I think I knit the body of the sock until I got to the heel, and then I was like, shoot, I really need DPNs.
Oh yeah.
So I got DPNs. But they're super cute. I wear them all the time. They're a DK weight. I will say this, although I hate DPNs, I would knit this pair of socks again with DPNs.
Okay.
Doing the little ruffle on the sock, super cute. I love them. I wear them all the time.
So Erica likes to think she was behind, but I didn't knit anything.
No, Jessica was doing big projects. She was moving through her piles. I was doing tiny little things because I mentally could not handle anything else. Because I was still dealing with the burnout from bobbled mohair cabled sweater.
Yeah.
I did a racerback tank in Taylor Swift colored yarn, and I decided to call it, Do You Really Want to Know Where I Was April 29th?
Oh yeah, because this is the year we became Swifties.
This is the year we became Swifties. I started that May 6th. No. I started it April 29th, and I ended it May 6th. And let me tell you, I don't know where my ADD is, but I definitely did not read the instructions properly, or it just didn't chemically filter through my brain properly.
I feel like that's a thing.
Stop it. I know. There's why there's tears. This was a difficult year for Erica with her knitting. I cut the thing short. It does not fit properly. I have to undo the whole bind off. I have to add like 4 more inches because this racerback is a halter and I can barely get my head through. And I'm like, well, shoot. First, maybe it's just these Jessie May patterns that I'm just not reading properly, because it was the Big Wolf rib sweater, which you should knit it if you enjoy that kind of pattern. It is super cute in the right size. It's kind of cute on me too. I've worn it before. It just doesn't fit how I want it to anymore.
Yeah. Expectation and reality are two different things.
And styled differently. I just got to figure out how to wear it better, maybe. I don't know. This is 2 things already this year that it's like, I feel like it's a wash. Yeah. Every time it's a wash. So there was that. Oh, and then I'm like, I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to go to Taco Bell.
Oh, we love Taco Bell.
And I'm like, I'm just going to do something. It's summer. I was going through the Lark Bagger book. I was like, I'm going to do a Lark Bagger sweater, but it's freaking summer. I don't want to knit with 3 or 4, fingering weight, scrappy sweater. Although I kind of want to do that now.
Yeah, we should.
So I decided to do the cute top.
And it is
such a super cute top. That was the first project up until that point. We're looking at June that I actually enjoyed. Enjoyed it so much. Picking the colors. I used leftovers from my What the Fades and Find Your Fade. Colors from some of my favorite dyers. I got to reuse some of my favorites from Trey Liz, which...
We love Trey Liz. Oh, she's such a sweetheart.
I love it. I really enjoyed knitting it, and I honestly would like to knit more.
And I finally finished the half and half wrap. That took me, let's see, when was it? When did I cast it on? July 17th, 2021.
It's been through trips. It's been through vacations.
Surgeries.
It's been through surgery. It's been through trauma.
It's been through getting fired. It's been through getting hired. It's been through, you know, getting in a car crash.
Yep.
It's been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So to finally put it into bed, not put it into bed, but just put it to bed. What?
My favorite part of this whole story is that she went to block it. She's like, I can't even look at it anymore.
Yeah, I finished knitting it, and I couldn't leave in the ends, and I couldn't look at it. It literally sat in limbo for like a good 6 weeks to like 2 months, where I was like, I can't even look at it because I feel like I've been looking at it for 3 years straight.
You have to.
And I just couldn't. But I did really, I'm like, was it a pain? Yes. But was it easy knitting? Yes. But did it take forever? Also yes.
I understand like the thought process about it. I understand the like wanting something mindless if you're working on something just to keep your, you know, mind and hands busy.
Would I knit it again? Absolutely. In a heartbeat. Would I knit it in solid colors? Absolutely not.
You would do middle room yarn.
Yeah. I would do like a super speckly.
When we say middle room yarn, we have a
communal stash
of hedgehog.
I would pick like super speckly yarn so that every single stitch it changes, and that's the kind of stuff that like I get so excited about.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, this is life! Look at this amazing color of row stitches. I love it. All right, and then right after that, I did some sample knitting.
Jes did a lot of sample knitting.
I did do a lot of sample knitting this year. I sample knitted 2 things for Lindsay from Super Glow Fibers. I did a rumble raglan and a ripple halter. And I loved working on the rumble raglan. It's always a joy. Always. I love it so much. I would knit a million of them. They're so much fun. I love mine. I loved hers. And I can't wait. I want to knit another one. I loved it so much. I loved
You were going to make another one at Advents.
Yeah. But I needed a moment because I'm like, I finished Lindsay's, and then I was going to start on mine, and I was like, wait a minute, I literally just worked through this pattern. As much as I love it, I need a moment from it. But it's just a fun knit. And it's just like, for me, it's mindless of the 2x2 color work. Oh, I love it so much. 10 out of 10 by Lydia Morrow. Loved it. Would knit a million. The ripple halter, I really enjoyed knitting that one too. For hers, I knit it in a cheese dust colorway, which is like this fun, cheesy...
it's neon orange.
It's so freaking cute. Yeah, I really did enjoy working on it because it has like the lines and it gives you like definition.
It gives you like a corseted, snatched.
Yep, and I loved it. I thought it was super cute. And then on the 18th of July, I did a sample for Sarah from Green Goat Ranch using her Speak with Plants fiber that she spun up, and I did a brioche cowl with it, and I just loved it. It was so good. It was Dungeons and Dragons, like RPG inspired collection, and it was really fun. She really wanted to like have something that showcases the fiber, and we thought brioche would be perfect because you have those stitches that come out and ones that sit back, so the ones that are in the front, depending on how you wear it, is the Speak Now colorway, or the Speak with Plants colorway. She makes fun of me because I always say Speak Now with Plants.
Speak now
with plants.
Jessica was talking about her half of her life wrap. That is how I feel about my Ziggy Interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
I had done a first set of motifs and then didn't even stitch them together and just left them.
Mm-hmm.
And that started the paralysis.
Yeah.
It really did. I felt like I could not move forward. I felt like I could not do another project with advents because I already started with an advent and it wasn't even close to being done. I decided, since I really wasn't into knitting at the moment, that I was going to do something else. And I was like, you know what? I already have these. I'm just going to stitch these up. I hope my gauge is the same because I don't know. It's been 2 years. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not enjoy making this at all. There were times where I thought I would enjoy it for the first 2 or 3 motifs. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And then I had to do 12 more. 17 more, did not enjoy it. When I got to the stripes, I loved doing the stripes. I will do a stripy, chevron-y thing. I would rather do that than motifs forever. I really did it, like, I took it on vacation with me. We went and saw my grandparents. I did enjoy, like, sitting at the breakfast table, talking with them, making my little motifs. She's making, when I say she, my grandmother's making fun of me, picking my colors. She's seeing panel versus panel versus panel because I did three panels, 3 or 4 panels while I was there. So I got a lot of progress done in a week, which I needed. That gave me, like, the confidence to keep going with this craft. And while we were there, we went to Black Mountain Yarn, and we were talking to Renee, and she was like, look at you crocheting, and I'm knitting. So she was knitting. We had swapped personalities. It was great.
That was funny.
She did encourage me to get a yarn for another project, which I need to do. It has thicker straps. It's a cute little, like, crocheted top. I also really love this. So I did not enjoy making it at all. However, I do love wearing it. I love wearing it. It is the perfect size for me. I'm pretty sure I made it tighter than what the gauge required, but I'm petite. I'm 5'1" on a good day. And I added, like, long ass tassels. So, like, it fits perfectly. It's weighed down. I love it. I also really love the photos we took. We did them in, like,
15 minutes.
15, 20 minutes. Golden hour at the marina. At the marina. Sorry. And we were just trying to get it done. And we were so excited and hyped. And we were like, we could do this all the time. And I feel like we finally got in a little bit of a groove with that project. Like, I felt my love for knitting coming back. I'm like, oh, I can do this again. The motion of the crochet hook was really starting to hurt my hands. So it was really nice to pick up something again to knit. Which, this year I decided that I was going to design my own pair of socks. It didn't start out that way. I was just going to make my own version of a sock with scraps. I was just like, I'm going to make a scrappy sock. It's just going to be for me. And then I started knitting it and I was like, oh no, wait, this could be something. So I knit 3 versions of them, 3 pairs of socks that I also did not count towards originally my totals. That's the wrong dates.
That's fine.
So I did the original Karma socks. Then I did a green Karma just to see if what I wrote down the first time would translate a second time. And then I did a 3rd pair, which I loved.
In July, worked on my Only Murders in the Building sweater. I had a lot of leftovers from spinning, a lot of leftovers from different projects, mohair, from different things. And I was just like, I had put a kit together. And then when we came back from VKL, and after seeing Cheryl's and Amy's, I was like, that's it. I just need to cast something on. This seems like it'll be fun. I can use all of the hand spun that I had spun up until that point to make this. And I just casted it on. And I finished it in July. And I really enjoyed it.
We had decided that these sweaters were going to be our Sunday sweaters for Rhinebeck.
Yeah. So then, like, all the way in July, I'm, like, Rhinebeck knitting for the most part, except for I did finish my shawlography in August.
Struggled.
With what?
Like, with Rhinebeck knitting.
Oh, my God, I know. I know you did. Not me.
Because if you're talking about Rhinebeck...
If we're talking about Rhinebeck...
are we there? Are we talking about Rhinebeck knitting now?
Yep.
Can I talk about mine real quick? Because I only have 2.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I know. Let me talk about mine and then you can talk about yours.
7 projects.
I knit my Only Murders in the Building sweater. It is now called the Selena sweater.
And it's a proper
the Selena sweater is a proper pattern. This was done using the Creative Knitters class, the Only Murders in the Building class, using, I think it was like a Sunday sweater or sunshine sweater. I don't remember what it's called. But it was a flat piece sweater that we then converted into in the round.
Yeah, because I ain't knitting flat.
No. So, like, this is how, like, struggle bussing I was, okay? I had started on my lace weight Rhinebeck sweater. It is the Advantageous sweater by Olga Pugnado Designs. I love her. I love her patterns. They have a lot of technical things going on, and there's a lot of techniques going on. And if you don't have a time limit, they're great. They are so great. I enjoy them. I think I would, like, if I only made one of her sweaters, you know, working on it the entire year, it would be okay, you know. But of course, I'm like, I'm going to do this for Rhinebeck. I start way too late. I'm not going to have anything to wear. Like, got to that point.
Yeah.
Midway through working on the middle cable, I was like, I need to get something done for Rhinebeck. I stopped that. I knit this sweater in a week. It was so much fun. So if you haven't knit a Selena sweater, I think Knit Collage still has kits available. I think they're just always selling kits for that. If not, I think you can buy the pattern. It's not a class anymore. It's just a kit.
Yeah. And you can use hand spun and mohair.
Oh yeah. So I
all that good stuff.
Yeah, I use leftover yarns. I know they say you can use mohair. What I ended up using was boucle. I had a strand of boucle leftover from my Chelsea, my Something Cozy, my Chelsea Luxe Something Cozy in Chelsea Coupe. And then I had Ching fiber that I bought at VKL, and it was like a DK weight alpaca. So I held that together, and then just Knit Collage hand spun, and then my own hand spun. And I wear this all the time. This is my second most worn sweater. If I don't feel like dressing up or looking cute for work, or I sleep in late because life, I grab this and a pair of, you know, black denim and boots and my little pink Sophie scarf, and I put my hair up in a bun. And when I get to work, I do my makeup, and then I look presentable. Yes.
More about that.
Oh, yes. I can talk more about my Catskill Barbie. I call it Catskill Barbie because the Barbie movie.
Erica was Rhinebeck Barbie.
I was Rhinebeck Barbie. I am obsessed with pink. Pink is like, hot pink is like, it makes me so happy I could die. I feel that way about glitter. I love glitter. But that was the vibe. So like this, I keep calling it Catskill Barbie because the yarn is Catskill Merino. Wonderful yarn to work with. Love it. I love it so much. It was so luxurious to knit with it. The pattern was a struggle. There's something about my brain that does not like patterns in books. So I had to make a bunch of copies and then keep track of what chart went where. And I thought I was following the directions. Until I realized I was not following the directions. So I didn't read. I got to about here and then realized, oh crap, I should not be binding off for a V-neck in the back. I was supposed to continue on with the other chart. So then I put it down for 2 weeks because I just couldn't deal with it. I was not sure if I was going to rip all that work back because I didn't put lifelines in because I didn't think I was going to need lifelines. It was just a struggle. The whole thing was a struggle. After I like calmed down, really slept on it, realized, oh, Erica, I can do what Jess did with the Soldotna. Flip the chart, and instead of having a V-neck, I'm going to have a diamond. But I would rather have a diamond than 2 V-necks. I'm so glad I did it. After I got past that roadblock, it was pretty much smoother sailing. I had to order extra yarn. Thank God it's, you know, she's consistent with her dye process because I bought 2 different years of yarn.
Yeah.
You can't tell where I added. It looks perfect. Like I bought it all at the same time. Totally different dye lots, matched perfect. I really didn't think I was going to make it. I struggled to the... I never.
I mean, if you saw our Rhinebeck videos, Erica was weaving in ends as we were driving to Rhinebeck.
Which is late for me.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, I understand, like, you know, it's not late. You know, you're not, even if, it's okay if you don't get it done. It's okay if you're there with barber cords on. It's okay. You know, we can all do that. But it was so close I could taste it, you know? It also got to the point where I could not knit my Muse tee because I was running out of time because I was working so hard trying to get the cables done. So Jess lovingly knit my Muse tee for me, and I think that segues perfectly into all of your Rhinebeck knitting.
Yep, sure does. So I guess I'll start with the Muse tees. I knit myself one. It took me a day and a half, 2 days. Day and a half, 2 days. Super easy. Muse tee by Amanda Solomon, aka Melanated Boho Bay. I believe it was her first pattern. Super easy, super fun, chunky needle. You can hold whatever you want together. It's great. So much so that I knit Erica's, and that one took me 1 whole day because I just did it.
Thank you.
I also knitted my Rhinebeck sweater, which was my Love Magic sweater, which is a sweater that I have been wanting to do since the pattern came out by Disco Stitch, and I was just always waiting on the perfect yarn. And it wasn't until I found
Endless Summer
by Fashion School Dropout that I was like, this is what I'm doing. I feel like this is perfect. I feel like it met like end of summer October vibes with Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
like a warmer October day. And I felt like it worked very well together. And then I did some samples for Sarah for Cake Wool. I did the happy...
No, for Cake Palooza.
Oh, for Cake Palooza. Sorry. So I did what, 1, 2, 3 patterns for her. I did a Happy Dance scarf with her hand spun, with all of her hand spun. I did the Great Gingham hat by Jessie May, and I did, we call it the Weird Girl Balaclava because we are the weird art school girls, but it's actually called Hit the Slopes Balaclava by Knit Collage. Which was fun. They were really fun to do. Like, that scarf, I think, took me, like...
Oh, the scarf is fun.
Scarf took me 2 days.
The scarf was so fun to watch Jess knit. I was like, do we have to give it back?
I know. It was
really
so cozy. I loved it. And then the Weird Girl balaclava, I loved it. It was so fun to knit and to see it grow and to see it change and to really understand a pattern like that was super fun. And then Erica's tee, which I talked about. And then that's it. I have like, what, 3 more?
I have 4 more.
All right.
I only have 4 more projects to talk about. 2 of them are socks. I just decided after everything going on and finally finishing my Rhinebeck sweater that I was going to cast on, see, this is the thing. I say that I was going to cast on a pair of socks, but I didn't. I cast it on the socks while I was still working on my Rhinebeck sweater. I should have been working. So I went to work and we went to Vegas. We went to Las Vegas for Vision Expo. So on the plane, I'm like, I'm going to be good. I'm going to knit my Rhinebeck sweater. And I did, going down. After that, I'm like, I can't do these cables and stuff. Thank God I packed a sock. I decided, I keep looking down because yes, I took a pair of socks. I was so excited and glad that I did because I got a lot of work done on this sock. I decided, oh, this is the leading up to Rhinebeck. I want a pair of Rhinebeck socks or Cake socks, Cake Palooza socks. So I have yarn that I bought from Cake and I'm like, oh, I think I can get these socks done for Cake Palooza so I can have Cake Palooza socks to wear at Cake.
Did you?
No.
Okay.
I only had half of one sock. I couldn't. I'm delusional. I am delulu. However, it was great. I took them. I was sitting there waiting for Thunder Down Under with my socks. It was great. But I just really enjoyed knitting basic vanilla socks. I realized that I should have a pair always on my needles because I really enjoy knitting socks. Cake Palooza socks. I used Asylum Fiber yarn, the 2022 colorway. It was called More Please. Love them. I just started really taking the time to really knit these socks. And I was like, oh, I really love knitting those More Please socks. I'm gonna knit another pair. So I grabbed Fangirl Fibers yarn. It was the Little Miss Cake Palooza colorway, and I knit a pair of Little Miss Cake Palooza socks.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
While that was all happening, the building I work for got hit by a truck. It didn't just happen once, it happened twice.
Yeah, that was
the
crazy.
second time the truck hit the building hard enough that all of the glasses flew off, and I had a patient sitting in front of me. Of course, I was sitting right there pretty much up against the wall. She was traumatized because she's like, all I see is all of these glasses heading right towards us. It was terrifying. All of that to say is that my lovely friend Amy Palco was like, hey, you should do a garter stitch project, something really simple, just to regulate your nervous system, which was the best advice. So because I was still on a Rhinebeck high, I wanted Rhinebeck yarn to work with, I decided to pull out Peter Pan and Fam yarn from Wing and a Prayer, and I made a Sophie shawl. It was just easy garter back and forth. I had purchased the pattern a long time ago, and it was really the perfect knit at the time. I love it.
I saw Erica's and I cast it on my own, also with a Wing and a Prayer Farms. I think mine was Thelma and Louise. And mine was the indigo blue, and I've had that yarn since I think
Mine too.
Our first
Rhinebeck.
Our first Rhinebeck sweater, or our first Rhinebeck, not sweaters, but our first Rhinebeck period. And it was just nice to use that yarn and just feel the love of the sheep and Tammy and just knowing that we had just come from seeing her and just chatting with her and loving on her. So that I really enjoyed that project.
Yeah, me too.
It was really fun.
So my last finished object of 2023 is Stay Cozy. I'm calling it In the Forest Stay Cozy because the yarn is by Chelsea Yarns. It's called In the Forest and it is the Stay Cozy.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that project.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I don't know what took me so long. I was just in a mental, like, as you've heard through this whole thing has been like a struggle. This year has been a struggle with projects. But there was something so soothing about like knitting and purling, knitting and purling, knitting and purling, doing the panels. I even enjoyed seaming it up. I did not struggle with that project. I think the only thing I struggled with was trying to get it done in time for the Christmas party, which we ended up not having at work at all.
Yeah.
But it was so easy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this something cozy. It is my go-to sweater. That's another go-to sweater. That was a 2022 pattern that I finished. I loved. I love this one more. This one fits like a cozy sweatshirt.
Yeah.
It is stylish like a cozy sweatshirt. It is a solid color and not kooky like some of my first year sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's not some off the wall color. It is a very wearable. I am obsessed. I wear it all the time. It's like this one. Like that is on track to becoming my most worn sweater.
Yeah. All right, and that is our 2023 wrap up.
It is our 2023 wrap up. The only reason why we were able to do it this way is because we didn't knit enough.
Facts.
Oh, I don't have it on here, but I also knit the Valentine's Day thong.
Oh yeah,
because those photos were epic.
They were pretty good.
They were another test knit for Chink Fibers. I also struggled through that too. I couldn't find the right elastic. I didn't do like the cute little lace thing, although I could do that now. I didn't do it. I was like, that was the last project that broke me. That I'm like, I don't think I could test knit anymore.
Yeah, it was for Valentine's Day, so it was back in February.
Yeah, I know. I just remembered it right now. I'm sorry. It wasn't on my thing.
Someone needs to update the Ravelry before 2024.
Oh, I don't know if that's going to happen.
It needs to.
I know. I will say this. I also did a shrug that I didn't talk about.
What shrug?
The Katie Jacks, like, no, not Katie Jacks. I did the Jackie Rose Sunday shrug or the Saturday shrug. I bought a mystery kit. Yep. Which is a huge gamble. Yeah. Thank God I like all colors.
I also knit Grandma the 7 Wonder shrug that I tested.
Oh, that was really cute.
For Vanessa Van Ray. And it was a lovely test knit.
I'm like,
it was so fun. And Grandma loved it.
She was so excited.
And that was the last thing that I knit.
Yeah, good for you.
And finished in 2024.
I did not.
I need to add it in here. I
did such a good job though, because like half of those projects weren't even on there. I put them in there because I remembered. But I don't.
I'm like, okay, so in 2024, we're going to update our Ravelries.
We're going to do better. We say that every year, I'm sure, but we are going to do better. We're like feeling this creative mojo. We're doing better. We're doing higher, faster, further. Yeah. Higher, faster, further. So higher quality images. We're going to put these videos faster on the internet. And we're going further than anyone can imagine. Because we're coming up with new things and fun projects. And we're doing things. And with that,
we will see you in the next one.
We will be less unhinged in the next one.
Will we?
Yes. Isn't that what you want?
Yes.
Structure.
The plan is to have more structure and reel this one in a little.
I'm sorry. It's the ADD.
I know. Blame it on the ADD, baby.
It is ADD. I thought I was doing better. I thought the medication was making me better, and it's not.
All right. And with that,
We are off.
and we will see you in the next one.
Same nitty time.
Same Nitty channel.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.